I am Kyle Delso, director, producer, and all-around post-production guy.
And I am Brendon. I'm Grode, writer, producer, and assistant director.
We're here to give you a behind-the-scenes look on how we made our recent short film, I Appear Missing.
This being Kyle and I's first short film, I wrote a straightforward story about a guy spilling his guts out to the girl he loves. We had 3 alternate versions and 4 drafts in total. During the writing process, I knew that I wanted an extremely slow push-in during Sean's monologue.
After we did some storyboarding, we got to testing out some gear like the Kessler Cine slider, which is what we used for the extremely slow push-in during the monologue. We got to test out the C100s, which we ran into some Atomos Ninja blades. We used the RØDE NTG2 into a Zoom H6 for all the audio. Then we did some quick effects tests.
Boy, am I excited.
As am I.
We held some open auditions, finalized the script, made a few gear lists, shot lists, and finalized the storyboard. We found our location and immediately went into production.
But setbacks with our crew put us behind schedule about 2.5 hours. As soon as we got set up, Kyle and I went over some final details with the actors concerning their performance, and then we got to shooting.
So I should give a call back.
Normally you wait till we say action, but that's okay, you make your own rules here.
Off to a great start.
Let's try that one more time.
Both the footage and the performances we were capturing were turning out great. The only real challenge was constantly having to battle the ever-changing natural light.
Because of this, we decided we'd be better off reshooting everything the next day. Scheduling conflicts on day 2 forced us to find a new location and lead actor.
Despite all that and having a smaller crew, the shoot went well.
I mapped out our post-production workflow and quickly went into Adobe Premiere, where we locked off our final edit, and from there I took the XML sheet, pulled it into DaVinci Resolve to do some color correcting, and after that it was all Adobe Photoshop, After Effects, and Illustrator, where we did some car removal behind his eyes, had to freeze time, and I painted out a lot of the background things such as reflections and some artwork that was hanging on the walls. The last thing I did was whip up our coffee shop logo, put that through After Effects, and composited that all together.
That's awesome.
The next step was to go back into DaVinci Resolve and do our final color grade. After a little bit of regraining with some film stock, we moved on to audio, having all of the visual work done. A noisy location meant we had to ADR all of the dialogue back in.
Can you turn up my snare?
Sure, go ahead. Sure, go ahead. Sure, go ahead. Sure, go ahead. That's so weird just to repeat over and over and over. So what did you want to talk about?
Hey, Ash. Hey. Hey. Oh, hey, yeah.
Since we weren't going to use any of the actual location sound, we ended up doing a bunch of Foley and recording our friends talking to mimic the sound of the cafe.
Dream of loving anyone more than the way I love you, Ashley. Dream of loving anyone more than the way I love you, Ashley.
So I should be getting a call back this week about the job.
A huge thank you to everybody who helped out.
And thank you all for watching this.
Keep it metal, everybody.